If you're a fan of the Bachelor franchise, then you're almost certainly familiar with the work of reality Steve Carbone. The blogger, investigative reporter somehow manages to get the inside scoop on every season of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and his detailed spoilers are beloved by some viewers and dreaded by others. But over the past few weeks, reality Steve has become a part of the drama surrounding the show in ways that he likely never anticipated. She claimed that the 45-year-old had shared details of a graphic sex dream he had about her and outed her as bisexual in one of his blog posts. Steve says he reached out to Demi to apologize privately, and he also posted a public apology on Twitter. "I had no idea at the time that conversation made you feel that way," he began. "I am apologizing now knowing how uncomfortable I made you feel. I crossed boundaries I didn't think at the time I was crossing," Carbone continued. "I did not know this until today. So for that, I hope you can accept my apology." The stance struck listeners as unnecessarily boastful, and many pointed out that he's not above suffering social or professional consequences simply because he's self-employed. So now, Steve is clearing the air once again, and this time, he's vowing to change his ways. "Going forward, I'm not gonna have any sort of personal relationship with these contestants," he told his audience this week. "Because even the times I've tried to speak to them in a looking out for you way, helping them maybe avoid disaster, etc., it backfires more often than not," Carbone continued. "I need to draw clearer lines that these are people I'm reporting on, not people I have friendships with." Steve went on to say that his status as one of the internet's top sources of Bachelor-related content prevents any real social relationship from happening, and prevents genuine behavior, meaning, I can't be sure if someone actually wants to talk to me or not. "I've learned that my intent doesn't matter," Carbone continued. "The only thing that matters is how people felt in the aftermath and what they took away from it." The blogger added that his initial response to the situation was woefully ill-advised. "I should have taken longer to process," he said, adding that the earlier tweets were rushed, not well written, and interpreted poorly, as well as just wrong. "I was totally caught off guard, and I wanted to respond quickly so I didn't look like I was trying to duck responsibility or not care about her feelings," Carbone continued. "Had I taken a moment, I could have said I need to respond simply to her feelings, put mine to the side. This is not about me, this about her. I totally get that." He went on to explain the Demi situation in greater detail, revealing that he had only known Burnett for about a month at the time of their conversation. "I don't know her deeply, she doesn't know me deeply. Which makes the conversation I had with her all the more cringy, 100%, Steve wrote on his website. "But, I'm not someone who wants to make a girl, or anyone, feel uncomfortable," he added. "At the time the Demi situation happened, I was in a relationship. I also don't have a track record of cheating on partners, going behind people's back, etc." Carbone continued. "The conversation with Demi, however cringy, was not an attempt to get her in bed. It was not an attempt to sexually manipulate her. It was me having a, 'hey that's crazy' conversation with someone who a couple weeks earlier said on her podcast she thought I hated her." Burnett has yet to respond to Steve's latest efforts to clear the air. But regardless of what happens next, it seems Carbone is learning the hard way that he's not as immune to cancel culture as he previously thought.